Hey, thanks for stopping by. We're going to do a little bit of mainly standing yoga, but with our chair as a helper. So we don't have to actually get onto the ground today, right? So we want to always start with our perfect alignment, right? Feet parallel, pointed straight ahead, abdominals zipped up, string on the crown of our head pulls us up taller. We relax the shoulder blades down into our back pockets. We breathe big, and truly, when in doubt, exhale when it's hard. It'll be fine. We don't want to think too hard. So let's get started today. We're going to do lunge first. So ideally, maybe you've just been for a walk, and your body is a little warmer than maybe if you're fresh out of bed. However, if you're fresh out of bed, this is going to warm you up too. Just keep it smaller, right? Work at your own pace. So I'm going to do right foot first. So, just remember which side we're on. Okay, right foot's down. We're starting with our lunge. Left foot steps back. And right away, we've got that back heel up. And it might feel a little wiggle wobbly. And that's why we've got our chair. Now, we lift up. We grow tall. And as you're doing okay, we're going to start to bend this knee, scooch this guy back, and get a little bit lower. And we can bring it into a full-on low lunge if you want to, right? Or maybe we kind of go somewhere in the middle, right? We're using the back, we're using the ground, just mess around with it, okay? So that your front leg feels strong, but it's working hard. Your back leg is active, you're pushing into that heel. We're lengthening through the crown. And now let's just hang out and breathe. Like with everything. We inhale to lengthen our crown. We exhale to drop the shoulders to the back pockets, to draw the belly button towards the spine. We tuck our chin to make the double chin, to keep the back of our neck long and strong. Yeah. All right, and if you're doing okay, I just felt my body say yes, maybe you get a little bit lower as things are opening up. But that is your call. You do what's best for you. Making sure we can wiggle these toes up front, right? Let's take 2 more big breaths here. That's it. Lengthening through your back heel. And keep that back leg long, keeping the chest lifted. Let's do 1 more big breath. Now we're going to change this up a little. Let's make our stance a little smaller. We're going to open to warrior 2. So let's lift our upper body, and then we revolve the back foot so it turns out, and ta-da, there we go. We're trying to draw this knee out towards that little baby toe. Our arms are going to reach from end to end of your home, right? Like the walls are caving in. We're going to push them apart. And as you're doing okay, we can start to slide this foot back little by little and make our stance a little bit wider as you're doing okay. It's up to you always. Now let's drop the shoulders. Feel your chest. It's big. It's open. We're pressing into both feet the same amount. Our tailbone is heavy. Our abdominals are engaged. Let's do 2 more big breaths. Inhale, lengthen, make yourself giant. Exhale, let yourself sink into the posture a little bit more. Let's come out of this one. We're going to go for triangle now. Not one of my favorites, but good for us. So we lengthen this leg. The first thing I like to do is shorten my stance. But if you're very flexible, you may not need to. All right, let's grow tall. And we're just going to bend at our side. And we want to get that big flank stretch. And this arm, it can reach up, it can reach over, it can hang out on your hip. It's all about what this shoulder likes. And now we want to feel again that big side body stretch, a little bit going on in the inner thigh. And then we hang out, right? We inhale to lengthen our spine. We exhale. We press into both feet the same amount, making sure both legs are doing the same amount of work. And as you're getting more comfortable, as your body loosens a little, maybe, rather than the back of the chair, maybe you come down to the seat of the chair. Experiment. You don't have to commit. You can try it and then bring it back. Let's take 3 more big breaths. Again, pressing into the feet, engaging the abdominals, lengthening from the tail to the crown. All right, let's bring this arm down. Let's bend the legs a little, shrink wrap, roll ourselves up. All right, now let's take this on the other side. So we'll change feet. I'm gonna swap the chair. I'll see you in a sec. We're on the other side. We'll start with that low lunge. So again, imagine your feet are on train tracks. Your toes are pointed straight ahead. The back heel is up. And yeah, that makes balance harder. That's okay. That's why we have the chair. All right, let's engage the abs. Start to bend this knee a little bit. And as your body's ready, we creep this little guy back. We bend the front leg. We still lengthen through the crown. That never stops. We relax the shoulders down. And if you're doing all right, maybe we shift from the back of the chair. Maybe we go to the seat of the chair. You decide. And then we just do our thing. We inhale to make ourselves bigger and longer. We exhale, feel ourselves pulling the belly button away from the quad. Allowing the shoulder blades to slide down into our back pockets. Oh yeah, and tucking our chin to keep the back of our neck long and strong. Let's take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Remember, as you're feeling better, right? We drop our tail a little more. We get into it just little by little. We'll start to come out of this one. Right, let's shrink wrap the belly, bend the knees. Let's make our stance a little lower. We'll lift up and let's get ready for Warrior 2. We revolve the back foot, right? So the front foot points this way, the back foot points this way, like a nice little 90-degree angle or 60-degree, whatever works. All right, chest is lifted, arms are long. And now we start to bend the front leg. The back leg stays strong, right? It's not taking a rest, right? But we bend the front leg to drop our tail, and there we go. And you can look out over your hand. You can look back at the screen. Doesn't matter, right? But we want to think long arms, right? Reaching front, reaching back. Heavy tail, pressing into both feet evenly. And feeling ourselves breathe, right? We feel the belly and the back expand on the inhale. And again, on the exhale, we feel our body just get a little more comfortable in the posture, right? It's like it's starting to trust us that it can do this. And if you're feeling good again, you can make your stance a little wider, right? You can drop your tail a little more. If you need to back off, right? We make our stance a little skinnier. We unbend this knee a little. If our arms are tired's probably okay. But if it's a bad tired, hands on hips, that'll do us too. All right, let's take 2 more big breaths. We want to feel big, strong, powerful, whatever that is for you today. Getting ready for triangle. Let's lengthen the legs. Again, I like to shorten my stance. Some of you may not shorten your stance. You might do it with wide feet because it works for you. So play around with it. Right? We bend at our side and we're looking for that nice flank stretch and the top arm again. It can reach straight up. You can go bicep by your ear. If that feels good, you can also just leave it on your hip. Whatever works for you. We want it to feel good. We don't want our shoulders to be mad at us. We'll keep the abdominals engaged. We're going to try not to stick our tail out the back. We want to be lifted and open through the chest. And as your body again starts to trust you, starts to release into the posture, maybe instead of the back of the chair, maybe we use the seat of the chair. And if that is too much, if that's a big jump, right, from the back to the seat, because that's a long ways, we've always got our friend the yoga block, which can be a nice little halfway point. Or maybe the seat of the chair is a little too high for you, but the floor is too far away. Again, yoga block. Let's take 3 more breaths here in our triangle, and then I think we can call it, right? So inhale, we lengthen the spine. Exhale, we imagine pressing into both feet, engaging the abdominals, energy through the fingertips, shoulder blades to the back pockets. All right, let's shrink wrap the waist, make sure the tummy is strong. We'll bend the knee, and let's bring ourselves back up. And there we did it. So we did our lunge, our warrior 2, and our triangle today. Excellent work. If you had questions on anything, just drop it in the comments, let me know. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Take care. This is just a little extra added bonus stuff if you're really going for it today. So we were in triangle, right? Okay, I got you. I got your triangle. Cool? Now, if you want to go bigger, we're just going to shift this just a little bit. We're going to go into a balancing moon. So we're going to lose our back foot. All right, let's zip up the abs, shrink wrap. There we go. And we shift our weight, right? And theoretically, nothing changed, right? We're pressing into both feet. We're lengthening through our spine. We're engaging our abs. We're reaching. And let's hold it here for a few breaths. Again, pelvic floor engaged like crazy. We want to think open, open, high to the sky, using whatever tools we need so that we can lift up high to the sky. We don't even want to think about the floor. We want to open, open, open. And we need energy in our float leg. We got to push. That is going to help us balance. All right, let's stay here for a few more breaths because we made it. Oh, I forgot. Let's tuck our chins again, right? Keep the back of our neck long. Imagine holding a ball of yarn between your chin and your chest. Let's shrink wrap the waist. Make sure the abdominals are still strong. They never get a rest. And we'll bend our knees. Let's bring it back down. Ooh, so there we go. Balancing moon. You can add that on to the end. Might be fun to play with. Take care.